guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So I got my first bass guitar today. So we were in North Bay because we had some stuff to do, and while we were there, I decided, well, I got some birthday money to spend because my birthday's coming soon, but I got something to spend now. Anyways, I've been eyeballing this bass for a long time over at the one pawn shop, and I really couldn't justify the money that they were asking, which was $169. I have the original sticker here, and I'm like, I don't know, am I really gonna play bass? And you know, I mean, it's not a whole lot different for guitar. Like, I know my fretboard notes, so that part's really easy. It's just a matter of doing all this jazz and, you know, learning slap bass and whatever else, right? I thought about bass guitar for a long time, right? It's not a recent fad or anything for me. And I have seen this bass before, and I've checked it out brand new online, and it's not a cheap bass, which is good. It does have active pickups. I like the color. The color really attracted me because it's a metallic black, which I like, and it's got this dual skunk strip, and it is an Ibanez SDGR, called Sound Gear by Ibanez, whatever. Anyways, it's a lefty bass. I'm a lefty. I almost bought a right-handed bass a couple days ago, so it was kind of a good thing the girl wouldn't do the deal for the price I wanted to pay, because that kind of like shut me down. I was like, no, I'm not paying that kind of money, forget it, because I really wanted it more for the amp than the guitar anyway. But we're in there tonight, and they got this thing down to $100 plus an additional 15% off. And of course, I tried to get it even cheaper. Didn't pan out for me, because even the owner's like, not gonna happen. This is as low as we're going. And I said, well, I don't know. So I called up my buddy, talked to him, and he said, yeah, give her. I would, you know, even for that price. So it cost me $85 plus tax, so $96 out the door. And I thought, great, I don't have an amp. Oh wait, I do have a mixing board with speakers, and now right now, just to keep the power levels down, I'm plugged into my Boss Katana mini amp, which is going through its headphone record out into my mixer, so I can actually, you know, fart around with this on low volume. But I went into Long McQuaid after, bought myself a DI box. And while I was in there, because these strings are kind of scabby, I bought myself a pack of Long McQuaid branded strings. And these are medium lights, and they were like 13 bucks, 12 something, call it 13 bucks. So I figured, well, can't hurt, slap some new strings on her. Funny thing about this, this was listed as having some electrical issues. It says, as is final sale, electrical repair needed. Now there's a battery in it, and I, you know, took the battery out, did the old tongue test, lots of juice there. How bad could it be? Well, you know, electronics, right? So anyways, they had this Planet Waves jack, and I guess that's the main jack they have in there for an amp cord. Well, that thing barely fits this thing as it is, and we had a hard time getting some sound out of it at the store, but we finally did. And I thought, if it's only an input jack or something minor, who cares? I can fix that. There's a little bit of scratchiness in the pot here, which I can clean up real quick and easy. You know, that's not a big deal. I do not know what any of these pots do other than these two here. This is apparently a balance control, according to my buddy. And this one here, I guess tones, probably. Maybe. I don't know. So I'm going to clean the dust bunnies out of it, pull the cover off. So it's minor, but not one problem. I plugged my amp cord right into it. This amp cord fits absolutely perfect. And it fired immediately. No problems, no hesitation. And I've already lowered the neck, but I got to bring the neck up actually a little bit more. So while I'm yammering with you here, I got to lift the neck a little bit higher because I actually put it down a little too low. key in here so that we can get it back out again. I guess we're going to have to loosen this off. Lifting the neck up, you don't have to mess with the strings, but there we go. Darn key out. So anyway, so I figured, you know, for the money, why not? So I'm gonna, when I change the strings, I'm gonna pull them all off at once. I'm gonna polish up the frets. The intonation is set bang on this thing, but I am gonna lift the string height a little bit at this end because it needs it. And my G string here is actually sitting a little bit on the low side, even for my taste. But I'm gonna find out what the radius of the fretboard is on this, and I'm gonna set it right up so that it's proper. But whoever had this didn't really play it because there's like not even a ding mark on any of the frets. So that's kind of not very encouraging there. So it hasn't been played hard and probably even played at all. But for 85 bucks, I ain't complaining. And there are no electrical issues other than a little bit of static. Like, who cares? I can clean that up, a little shot of silicone spray, and she's perfect. So let's put this down. Let's take a look at the DI box I picked up, because I don't even know what the damn thing looks like. I just told the owner, I said, just give me the cheapest DI box you got. Because I've been needing one anyways for plugging my guitars direct in to the mixing board. And I thought, well, I got a bass, but I don't have a bass amp, and I don't want to push a guitar amp too hard, because anybody who knows me, I'm good for pushing volume levels. So I figured, well, let's get a box. So we got a passive box, and oh, this looks kind of cool. Okay, looks like he was wrong. He thought there was a cable in this, but there is no cable. That's okay, because I do have a spare XLR cable here. So it's a good thing I have spares, otherwise I wouldn't be able to use this. Let's take a look. Come on. So this is basically the cheapest DI box that they carry along McQuaid. And it is a passive box, which is good, so I don't have to worry about batteries. Input and throughput, so I can go in and then out into another amp. We have decibel changes we can do. Right now it's set on 0, and then we got minus 20, minus 40 dB cuts. Tells us about our pin configuration. Ground, we can lift the ground or straight ground. Really easy box to use. It's called PDB Passive Direct Box. Applied Research and Technology, $29.99. It's called Art Passive Direct Box is what it is. So 30 bucks, hey, can't go wrong. And it does have a little instruction manual with it, which is kind of useless because, hey, it's straightforward. If you can't figure it out, you shouldn't be near this stuff. So let's check out my XLR cable here. So I do have it's actually cool because this is a brand spanking new cable. So we just plug this sucker right into here, like so. And then the other end goes in the mixer. And now I can actually hook my guitars direct in without having to worry about anything. And then I need a microphone channel. So I do have channel 7 and 8, which is actually, there's nothing really there. So we can hook this in, plug that into the 7 and 8 slot. I can use any microphone port, he said, for this, so We've got a master gain on this one. And voila, that's all there is to it. And then just unplug from here. Main input. And turn that channel on. We have power. PFL. Turn that off because we don't need that. So now when we hit this switch, cuts the power right down. Oh yeah. Yeah, go to minus 40 and you get nothing out of this thing. So we leave the attenuator on 0 dB. That's actually pretty good. Good, we're well within limits. So I only have to have my gain at 3 o'clock. Pretty good little box. So let's see what this ground and lift does. Wow, sustain on this is crazy. Yeah, doesn't really do anything, I guess. I don't know. We know that the dB switch works. So now if I want to go in through, I can take this output here and go into another amp if I wanted to. And like for a stage monitor or whatever I wanted to do, which works out. Or yeah, stage monitor input, because we've done that before even in the church. So there you go. So that's our passive direct box, new bass guitar. It's awesome. And we've got a set of strings here. So we'll get these put on in the next day or so. I'm just gonna monkey around with the strings that are on it for tonight and do my setups and get all that done, because I don't have to mess with the intonation on this, so that's good. And so I'm happy for that. And we have no electrical issues other than a little bit of static on a pot. It's like, that is such a minor thing, you know, like, so I got an awesome deal. I'm very happy. That's cool. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll definitely catch you on the next one. I'm going to have to stock up on some 9-volt batteries. Now I got a guitar finally with active pickups in it. But that's okay. It's got an energizer in it. It should last a while. Just got to remember when I'm not using the sucker to unplug it, because otherwise your pickup does stay active. So, wonder if my wireless kit fits in this. If it does, that'd be a bonus. Oh, would you look at that? Just fits. Perfect. Wireless kit fits. Okay, one more thing before we go. Like a little kid at Christmas, I know. I'm bad for this. Transmitter, receiver, activate channel. Yeah, you get a little bit of a squeal out of the, yeah. So active bass pickups in the Ibanez with the X5, in case you're wondering, you get a little squealy sound happening. Because these are for passive pickups, not for active. I thought I'd try anyways, because you know, you never know. I mean, still, it's okay, it plays, but I don't like that squeal sound. I'll stick with an amp cord until I can get a wireless kit that'll actually work properly with this bass. But it's good to know that that actually fits. I wonder, I have my Joyo set too. Nah, Joyo's not going to do it. That's the only problem with these cutout styles, because you'll find this in a couple of the Ibanez regular guitars too, where they have like an elongated hole, kind of like the Strat, but it's just a cutout in the wood. The wireless is very, very touchy on trying to get a wireless kit to fit in them. So a bit of a pain in the neck that way, but there are ones that will, so just you gotta spend more bucks. Anyways, so that's my my new one. I gotta give this one a name. So plus I gotta dig out a Strat for it. Anyways, guys, thanks again. Thanks for being patient. Catch you on the next one.